All right, it's E from MarketWizard.com and eMiniWizard.com, and it's about 9:41 on 26th of Friday, 2019. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. Here's the RTY, got a nice push. Again, we had such an oversold condition. We know that was a 60 back, and so we've got a bounce coming in today, a regression type trade. And a lot of times that's what we will get. Everybody thinks you got to just morning after trend day, just close your eyes and short. What we do believe in a morning after trend day is that a bounce is going to be perhaps a whack-a-mole type. And as such, it confuses all of the traders who missed the prior day's sell. And then this will get back into the pocket of the shorts. So I like a morning after trend day short because it's high odds when the sequence trade ends for a long side trader. And the bottom line is that we should not be unduly surprised by whack-a-mole type trades, especially when we hold inside the prior day's low. So these are the type of trades that will confuse the most traders because we've got multiple gap situations and we get a regression. So use other ideas too, like looking at NQ and RTY as a guide. But at one time I had a subscription to Larry Live, Larry Williams hotline, way back when. Matter of fact, I even saw him out in, I think it was either Los Angeles or Marina del Rey, maybe that's where it was, but certainly out in California. I remember going to a webinar he was running, and he talked about having multiple vehicles that you're looking at, but he only traded a couple. You know, he was a bond trader and he liked trading the S&P. And I remember very clearly, you know, him saying that you can go analyze a few of them, but you want to know something intimately. And I found, I mean, he was doing them all at the time too. And this was back in the day of you dial in, you know, and then you'd listen to his hotline. He'd tell you what he thought was support and resistance for sugar and orange juice and all this. And that was when I was first cutting my teeth and didn't understand half of what he was saying, but I listened to him, and you know, that was the Twitter of of those days, I guess. So the point I'm making is use a couple of different vehicles to, you know, perhaps get an understanding of, you know, are the markets in sync or whatever. But as a trading vehicle, you want to get to know one intimately. I love the S&P. I mean, I'll watch the other stuff, but this is my bread and butter. And it's very rhythmical. One of the reasons I like it. And I've gotten to the point where Twitter, there's so much noise on Twitter. There's so much out there that it's really hard to keep your wits about you. You know, it's entertainment. And then I see a lot of misinformation. And there's so many different ways and styles to trade. You know, some people thinking you can't be consistent. That's hogwash. You know, if you set your mind, and that's a big part of this game, you set your mind, say, I'm a consistently profitable trader. And I know I can get in the market and take my 2 or 3 points here, there, and everywhere, and do that a few times a day. No reason why you can't be consistent. You do it on the golf course, right? You may go out and have a flyer one day that's nowhere near what you normally do, but you know your range. If you're a 80 to 85 golfer, that's what you're going to shoot. You know, your mind is programmed for that. If your mind is programmed to say, I can't be a consistent trader, I'm going to lose 1,000 today and tomorrow I'm going to make 1,200, you know, you shouldn't be trading. If I don't think that I can get at least 2 points, I'm not going in the market. I've got to have a high odds area where I think I can get at least 2. Risk 2 points, make 2. Hey, got 2 points. Good. Now, the key is obviously getting yourself to the size where, you know, it's going to make a difference. You trade one contract, then you better go get a job. But if you trade more, then you can easily get your VIG, your 4 to 5 points a day, even if you go the wrong way. And I like to use moving averages to tell me, are we positive? Are we negative? Look at this yesterday. Bang, bang. Now here's where it's sad. Remember at 16, I said today, I think we'll bust that. We've done that already. But it's sad, it's sad, it's sad. And then we came back down and do the flush and then come back and close near the rain line. So don't make this any more complicated than it is, and don't listen to all the nonsense out there on Twitter, because what happens is you'll start to doubt yourself. If you want to play this game, you have to be consistent. You have to think that every day is a day for you to earn a paycheck. If not, you're better off going to get a job. And I think probably a lot of traders would be better off getting a job. There's much less risk. Well, as expected, we thought we could test the upside. Question is, how high do we test the upside? For now, I think that we had started with the notion, let's use our 9 to 10 support. Feel like we're lucky if we get to past the 16s, right? We said we'd try to break that, and then try to get to the 20 to 22 as our resistance zone. So in whack-a-mole, first things first, if you guess long side and played there, you won't get paid. You get a gift of 2 or 3 points early. Why wouldn't you put it in your pocket? You don't have to trade all day long. You don't have to be in the market all day. Put a few points in your pocket and be happy. And whatever you do, don't listen to all the gibberish out there where people, it's been in the pits for how many years and they're still trying to learn how to trade based on, you know, retail. Totally different game when you're trading your own money and not somebody else's money. You know, respect your work, respect your money, and understand patterns like whack-a-mole, like we talked about. All right, anybody that is long side, keep in mind moving averages will be moving up. Got a gap just above us. Got a gap back here. Not a lot of news coming out. We've got the JV team on the field. And if you want a tighter chart than this, I would think you'll want to use something like a 5 or 10 or 15. I was using the 15, the 10 earlier. Right here. Pivot point was hit. And we're stretching upwards, trying to get that gap. Make sure you are paid by the 20 to the gap. Okay, 1875 to 19 was our first idea of a target.